Just north of the Delaware Expressway and east of Broad Street, we find ourselves at Lincoln Financial Field in South Philly. Today, it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store between the Toronto Huskies and the Philadelphia Eagles. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. Taking it about the 1. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. And they'll be led out by their 8th-year quarterback.
And I saw that he had an interesting quote in the research packet that we had after last week's game. It's all on me now. I've got to lead my team and find a way for us to win a game. 0-2, but they're at home. I guess he's going to try and find a way to get the home crowd involved early.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks. Up the middle they go. Blackwell, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Back to throw. Alexander. Looking right sideline. That's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one good for 26 and a first down. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him, and he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. They'll keep it on the ground. Blackwell. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. Looking to throw. Alexander. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good, and this will remain a scoreless game.
Partner, doesn't seem like it, but that's a tough spot for a kicker. First drive of the game, and they're calling on it. He should be warmed up. He should be into the game, but sometimes it's almost like, oh, what, now already? Can't they put it in the end zone? What's going on here?
Yeah, he's probably saying, if you can't get it in the end zone, can you give me a 30, 40-yarder? But a long one, and he can't connect. Two sides to every coin. This is the bad side of missing the 58-yarder. Now they start at the 48. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Over the middle, it's complete.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
And we see the emphasis early here. Get your star receiver involved, able to do it successfully.
Not a bad start to begin with, that's for sure. And to me, this play says our guy is better than your guys. Because, you know, a player of his stature, he won't just be single covered all game long. It's going to involve multiple people. And right away, they told the other team, guess what? He's just better.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. Here's a 2nd and 7. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down back at the 26-yard line. And now that brings up fourth down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack.
Brings up how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on third down. And his kick is good. And that'll make it 3-0 here in the first.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their second drive.
Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 8 catches, 79 yards.
Better tighten up the coverage if you expect to slow this guy down, because if he gets going, he'll eat you up.
Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake. They've taken care of that early.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. On 1st and 10, Alexander throwing middle, and it's complete. To throw on 2nd down, Alexander. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Buying time, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
The Eagles send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And he punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. They'll start on the ground here on first down. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And some room to work. There he goes left side. And touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Huskies are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Charles, they had 6 DBs out there. They were thinking pass. They surprised him with a long run. I wonder if they saw that and just checked to it. Maybe had an audible and said, you know something, get 6 defensive backs, let's run the football. Let's get our big guys downfield and match up with the littler guys and see if we can create some space. And not only did they create space, they created a path all the way to the end zone. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead grows to 10-0.
So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And this is picked up by the defense. And he'll get this back down to about the 12-yard line. Well, he's not the starter coming in, getting his first carry off the bench. That's not the way to earn more carries. You have to stay in the game, even if you're not on the field, right? Stay mentally sharp, stay ready. And above all, when you get into the game, hold on to the football. Don't let the other team have it. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. And you see his numbers from a week ago. He was up over 100 yards then, and he's already hit pay dirt here once in this one. We always talk about quarterbacks and receivers getting into rhythm, right? Really feeling good, finding each other downfield. I think running backs operate the same way. They can hit a good rhythm and a good stride, and he's carrying it over from last week. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Looking to throw. This is caught. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. And his kick is indeed good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So golden field position there squandered as they can muster only a field goal.
Yeah, you were gifted a 1st and goal situation, but I have to give credit to the defense. They were brought out in a really tough situation, so give them credit for holding them to 3. That's a pretty nice accomplishment.
And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23.
Personal foul, unnecessary weapon,
They were trying to create some space to run. They created the penalty.
And you work on it so much. You work on it so hard. But it's tough to simulate game speed in practice. That often runs you into a penalty.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Blackwell. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
Taken down at the 43-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd.
And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. Back to throw. Alexander.
That's into a crowd and intercepted.
And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
They'll take over first.
So more problems here in this first quarter. Already 2 scores down, and here they give away the football.
And if I'm the head coach, I think it's time to start lighting a fire under some of these guys. Now, you have to do it within your personality. They can't perceive it as fake. But I'd go get after some guys because they don't look ready to play to me. They look flat, uninspired. It's time to get moving.
Toronto's offense ready to take over.
Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. That is caught inside the 5. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4.
That's interference. Defense.
Trying to defend the out route there, got the PI call.
And you know what's difficult about that one is sometimes you want to make the undercut move and go for the football, and other times just want to hang on the upfield shoulder and make the tackle. I think he got caught in between and created a foul.
13-0 is the score after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter now, Toronto in possession of the football. As they come up now, 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he is not going to get in as the big bodies stop him at the run. They'll run here on 3rd and goal. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there.
His first rushing touchdown on the year,
as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further.
So the 2nd down run didn't work. They run it again on 3rd down and get in. I wasn't sure if they might pass it, Charles. We know that they like to mix it up down here around the goal line.
Yeah, almost felt like the offensive line said, forget mixing it up. Let's call our favorite running play over our best blockers, and let's get this one in.
Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And that one pushes the lead up to an even 20. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. And a couple yards deep, he'll go to a knee. He won't return it. And they'll take it out to the 25. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And then finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert them. He rifles one that's intercepted. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
Toronto's offense ready to take over.
It's a quick turnaround for them after the turnover, but the way they moved it on their last drive, they're probably eager to get right back at it.
And you know me and you know my tendencies in this situation. What do I want right now?
Be aggressive.
Be aggressive. Take your shot right here.
Dancing to his left. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Eagles are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered, they've had the rule of the roost here in this first half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that that's a wake-up call for them because you don't want to go on autopilot too early. That team on defense is capable of making some plays similar to the one they made right there.
And out now come the Eagles.
They'll start at the 40, so great starting field position following the interception.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 40-yard line.
On 2nd down now, Blackwell. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Alexander. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. They'll try and start this drive in the air. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
It's the gain of 3. 1st down, Toronto.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Here's a handoff out of the gun.
And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the 2nd quarter.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And a quick throw here that's complete.
And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Wide open receiver complete. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Give him back-to-back catches now. That one for 16 and another first down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
They're going to look to throw. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. It'll go as a loss of 8 and a tough result there on 1st and goal.
First and goal looked like things were set up nicely, and now all of a sudden on 2nd and goal, Charles, a big challenge ahead of them.
And you have to know when you're this close to the goal line, things are going to happen faster, so you've got to get the ball out quick. Not going to have much time in the pocket before the defenders bring pressure.
It's 2nd and goal, but now all the way back at the 14. They'll look to throw here. Touchdown! A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Huskies are able to add on to their first half lead. Those are the touchdowns that aren't just scored on Sundays or on Monday night. Those are the ones that are scored during the week because they had that preparation and a great route run.
Oh, I love that observation because you don't just roll out on game day and say, okay, go run this route and let's get it done. That means exactly what you said. The practice had to occur beforehand, which led to the timing, which led to the touchdown.
Point after, right down the middle. And the route is on here in this first half.
Eagles nothing.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Some might have returned that one. He won't. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start the drive from the 25. Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. This offense so far on 3rd down, a pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Fielded at the 33. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. He threw his 10th touchdown on the year last time they had it. And he'll look to keep it going here with a 1st and 10.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. He'll look to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line.
116 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
So far this season, this is an offense that's proved its ability to move the football. I mean, they're in the top 5 in the NFL and picking up 1st downs, and they get the conversion here. And I think a lot of that is due to how they win on 1st and 2nd down, because that leaves them 3rd and short, 3rd and manageable. A lot easier to pick them up then, isn't it?
back to throw now on first down.
And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes.
Multiple defenders getting home there for a loss of 11.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
And I believe that gain on 3rd and long changes things quite a bit, because this would be a very long field goal. I wouldn't be surprised to see him go for it here.
So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. From the right hash, this from 53. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will extend their lead even further. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And these guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
The throw over the middle, taken in.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going, because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Toronto's offense ready to take over. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And on now is the punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. Call that a 45-yard punt, just 2 yards there on the return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles coming out as they get ready.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this, because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here. from the gun on third down. Alexander. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a first down.
Defense.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Alexander. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. 2nd down and 8.
Complete to number 23.
Back to throw again. And he's got his man in stride, complete.
And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride.
And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
They'll look to throw again. Quick hitter here, it's complete. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks. And welcome in everybody to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Time for a look around the NFL here in Week 3 of the new year. We'll get started up at FedEx Field in our nation's capital. And it's the Bills who have the lead in that one. The Bills trying to gut this one out, as it would be a good victory for them if they could get it. From there, it's off to North Carolina to check on the Panthers at home in Charlotte. And it's the visiting Jets who have the lead in that one. The Jets looking to sew that one up, and they look to be in pretty good shape. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they have the lead over the visiting Tennessee Titans. The Steelers locked in a tight one, but this is a game you feel they've got to have. Time now for a check of the next-gen stats for our visitors in the first half. And a big reason why they have this big lead, the running game. They're over 100 yards as a team, and it's been the catalyst for this offense. Meanwhile, for the Eagles, there's a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And they'll need to get things in gear as they trail here at the break.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
This fielded right at the goal line. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. And this offense set to go now to begin the 3rd quarter. Well, it's hard to imagine the first half going any better for them, CD, and now here as they begin their first series of the second half. I mean, they score here. This one, it's pretty much out of reach.
We honestly might already be at that point, partner, because this team, they were dominant in the first half, continue to be dominant now, and I think they're viewing this as a put-away drive on their way to a lopsided victory.
Makes it 2nd and 10 at the 21-yard line.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. They'll set up to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a 1st.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. They run a draw here on 2nd down. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
He's tackled at the 40-yard line. A 3-yard gain on the play.
He'll drop to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted.
And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the third quarter, it would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start.
Throwing on first down. Alexander. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Looking to throw on second down. Alexander. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
On first down, and hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And fortunately for him, he's able to get it back, but it will be a loss on the play. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. His throw incomplete. An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. 23 yards for the touchdown.
And the Eagles are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
Extra point right down the middle. And that will shave a bit off the lead as it's down to a 23-point game.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. Toronto's offense ready to take over. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Back to throw here. Looking left side. He's got it. Complete. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. He's up to 70 yards receiving now as that last catch gets him a first down.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
Here's 2nd and 8. And he's got his big tight end here. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 33. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
They'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
And they'll work this down inside the 30.
And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up.
Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Second down at 5.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an intercept.
And he's going to go down. Back in the 27-yard line, he's sacked. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's second down. Now they'll run on the draw. It's a gain of 4, but they're still looking up here at a tough 3rd and 11.
Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he will find his man on the outside.
And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
That was a heck of an effort to stop him just short of the marker, but now they're going to need another big play on 4th down on defense, I believe, because offensively, they went from 3rd and long to now it's a go situation here on 4th and inches.
And that is incomplete, but there is a flag. And on 4th down, this is a big call. So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal. They'll try to run it in, going option right. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. It's their quarterback with touchdown number 2 in the game, and now 11 on the year.
And the Huskies are an extra point away from going up by 30. So another touchdown there, and even though we're still just here in the 3rd quarter, kind of hard now to see them giving up this lead.
And this is just an offense that's imposing its will right now. You name it, they're able to do it. If you're the play caller, whatever you want to select is there. You want to run it, you want to throw it, pick a play, any play. They're rocking and rolling right now.
So that drive spans 13 plays, and it's capped off by a touchdown run of 6 yards.
Taken at the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Philadelphia's offense ready to give us another look. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
They'll run on 1st down. Blackwell.
They'll get it across the 35. It'll be 2nd down.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Back to throw. Alexander. Sideline throw. It's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Offensively lucky they're able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. 47 yards on the punt that time, just 1 yard on the return. And they will take over first and 10. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. Back to throw. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And all the way in for the touchdown. A big play there. 57 yards. And the Huskies are closing in on a third straight victory to start the campaign. When coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all three phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. The Eagles offense back out getting set for this next drive. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their third straight defeat. Throwing to start the drive. Alexander. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. And second and 10, he'll look to throw again. And his throw is incomplete. The Eagles on third down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. Alexander. Wide open receiver complete. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Up the middle they go. Blackwell. And he is going to lose yardage here. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Operating from the gun, Alexander. So the completion good for 6 yards. 3rd and 7 now. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. To throw on third down, Alexander. Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. On first down, Alexander. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. He's into the secondary. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. Now a handoff up the middle. Blackwell
And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run.
And the Eagles get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit.
Extra point splits the uprights as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Taken in at the 3. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Called it the 26.
Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. He's already hit pay dirt twice. He's up over 100 yards. He is feeling good.
And he's just zipping along today. Everything coming together for him. It's that type of a day that you see a back just got to have a grin on his face every time his number is called, because he doesn't feel like there are going to be any lost yardage plays, nothing but big-time positive runs.
Making the sideline grin as well. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They'll drop to throw. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down. So they bring out their punter, standing just outside his own goal line. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. That's taken inside his own 40. 42-yard punt, 6 on the return.
And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
On 1st and 10, Alexander. And now here is another interception. Past the 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense, and certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
Partner hoping they're holding a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap one.
Now the try here for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
The Eagles offense now gets set to head back onto the field.
And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick six put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them.
Throwing after the interception. Alexander, quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
To throw on 2nd down, Alexander. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
Toronto's offense ready to take over. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth quarter lead. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now a handoff as they run left side. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground.
Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down.
It's a gain of 4, and it's 3rd down.
They'll set up a throw.
That's going to be caught along the sideline, and what a job of keeping his feet in bounds. They say that's a catch.
These two have hooked up 9 times now this afternoon as they pick up the first.
Well, they have been unstoppable this afternoon, Charles. They just went after them from the start, and pass plays like we just saw, they're continuing their dominance here despite the big lead in the 4th quarter.
And that they have in every way, and plays like that across all phases of the game, they've just been effortless for them in this one. And that's what's helped them build such a large lead and allowed them to smile as this game continues.
And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. 2nd and 6. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Now a handoff looking right. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. To try here for the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it was finished off with a 10-yard touchdown scamper. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25.
The Eagles just about set to go to work on offense. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
But now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Going right side here, and that's complete. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. On 3rd down, Alexander looking middle, and that's complete. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. That'll give him 8 that time, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. They're looking at a 3rd straight win here if they can hold on.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Over the middle, it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the 3rd down play.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago. And you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.
So for Toronto, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll get another road date next week. Meanwhile, for the Eagles, the early struggles continue as they'll sink to 0-3. And they'll be off to Minneapolis next week for a look at new U.S. Bank Stadium and a date with the Vikings.